Good afternoon, soccer fans, and welcome to your streaming home for Wethersfield High School soccer. Folks, it is a gorgeous day here in Wethersfield. 80 degrees outside, sun is shining, and we have the culmination of the 2024 regular season. Both teams in action today, both taking on Newington. Let's start on the boys' side, where they are on the road today at Newington. We're going to take a quick look back at how they fared Friday night here at Catone against Rocky Hill.
Yeah, exciting game Friday night. One of the best atmospheres of the season. Tied 1-1 in the second half. Rocky Hill with the ball, moving forward, and Ali Pedno steps up, creates the turnover, plays the nice ball over the top to Tariq Alihadzik. And let's hear how it sounded if you were listening to us live Friday night.
Alihadzik moves into the 18. Two players converse. He lays it off. Braga sends it back to Alihadzik. We're still in bounds. Here's Fabi Bello with the ball. Rolling toward the net. Can El-Bashir put it in? It does! Ahmed El-Bashir puts Wethersfield on top of the 10:50 mark.
That's how it sounded Friday night. Dave G on the call. Probably your most exciting call of the season. 2-1 goal. Ahmed El Hussein's first varsity goal. Couldn't have come at a better time. Keeps the Eagles' hopes alive today for a CCC berth.
Senior Ahmed El Hussein, whose brother also played for Wethersfield, and a member of that 2021 state championship team here with the Eagles. And as we switch gears and think about the girls' game we've got in front of us here as Newington is in town to play Wethersfield, it's also a bit of a family affair. Wethersfield's Bryn Wilkinson squares off against her father, Adam Wilkinson, who coaches Newington. And Tom, you got a chance to talk to Bryn a bit about how that feels to face off against her dad.
Yeah, one of the things we've been doing is interviewing the seniors, putting an end-of-season video together. And one of the questions is, what's been the best part of your soccer career? And here's how Wethersfield senior Bryn Wilkinson answered that question.
I think whenever we play Newington, because that's my dad's team, it just is like fun. It's probably just a fun moment being able to play against him.
And you've got one more game against him.
Yep, one more, and I'm going to score in this one. Hopefully.
And Bryn Wilkinson taking on her father's team today, but she's not alone in this. Her sister Cam, a WHS soccer alum, and we're going to take a look back at Cam in action against Newington.
Now kicking for Wethersfield, wearing the number 6, Cameron Wilkinson. Scores! Game tied.
Championship comes down to this 100 minutes of soccer, and here we go.
The crowd is rowdy. Shot, scores, that's it. Game over, 1-0.
So the first loss for the Wethersfield Eagles on the season.
To Wethersfield, we're going to see a free kick from around the 18-yard line. Lauren Darrell, as usual, up from the back. Wethersfield lines up far side. Ball goes in toward the net. It curves around, and there it is! Oh, that's the game right there. A juicy rebound given up by the keeper, right in a great scoring position. That is the hat trick for Kathleen Brush. She's got all 3 Eagles goals, and that is going to put this one away. High ball toward the midline, off the back of Malarkey. Bonfiglio claims it, sends it ahead to Ward. She makes a turn. She's got some steam now, moving toward the middle of the field. Kayla Ward about to the top of the arc, taps the ball over to Sapala, who sends the ball into the net! Eliana Sapala off the pass from Kayla Ward, and Wethersfield leads it 2-1.
And so who will be the hero today? Wethersfield, Newington, again, a high-stakes end-of-the-season matchup. This one for Wethersfield, a win or a tie means a 4th consecutive CCC North Division title. The Eagles facing off against the Nor'easters from just down Route 175. It is going to be an intense game. It is going to be, hopefully, a fun one to watch, and we look forward to seeing who adds their name to that list of highlights that was so fantastically put together by our producer, director, Tom McCarter, also investigative reporter, getting the inside scoop on what it's like for a family facing off in the same soccer contest And with that, let's take a moment and find out who's going to be starting out in this one. We are going to send it over to Director of Athletics Mike Maltese, who will take it away on the pregame announcements.
Good afternoon and welcome to Wethersfield High School. This afternoon's game is being conducted under the direction of Assistant Principal and Athletic Director Mike Maltese and Principal Siobhan O'Connor. Sports medicine services are provided by Hartford Healthcare. It is the hope of high school administration, game officials, coaches, and players that the spectators will enjoy the contest in the spirit of good sportsmanship. Please note that the use of profanity and inappropriate behavior will not be tolerated at any student-centered event. We, the students, athletes, and staff at WHS are proud of our school and would like to extend a warm welcome to our guests from Newington. And now, the starting lineups. First, the visiting Nor'easters. Shane Cavagna, Maya Lecouvier, Kyla Stamio, Avery Bonet, Ariadne Sturgakis, Madeline Michaud, Olivia Canaperi, Caitlin Gallinotto, Keegan Alderucci, Nora Lewandowski, and Ava Dos Santos. Newington is led by head coach Adam Wilkinson. And now the starting lineups for your Wethersfield Eagles. In goal, number 0, Giada Gianfrido. Number 2, Bella DeStefani. Number 3, Eliana Sapala. Number 4, Addison Yanissi. Number 5, Bryn Wilkinson. Number 8, Alana Burnell. Number 16, Allison Shackner. Number 21, Julia Daly. Number 22, Grace Grismaldo. Number 23, Kayla Bonfiglio. And number 24, Gwyneth Grismaldo. Eagles are led by head coach Tony Leone, assisted by Emily Finelli and Todd Swed. And at this time I would ask all who are able to please rise, remove their hats, and join us in Honor America with the playing of the national anthem.
And here we are back at Catone Field for the regular season finale of the 2024 Wethersfield High School soccer season. As we talked about in the pregame, boys are on the road, getting started right about this same time at Newington. Girls are here hosting the Nor'easters. And this one, folks, is for all the marbles, as it has happened Seems like year after year for these two teams, it comes down to this game, the final game of the regular season, to determine who will walk away with the CCC North Division crown.
Attention fans and families in the crowd, today's game is being live streamed and play-by-play is available. You can check the social media apps for Wethersfield High School on Instagram and Facebook to pass along that link to your loved ones at home.
All right, we appreciate that nice promo from Mike Maltese here. We hope you enjoy your time with us today. We've got 80 minutes of soccer. It is an unseasonably warm day for October 22nd here in Connecticut, and the action on the field today promises to be just as intense. Who will step up? Who will have that big moment in this series, in this game? And we'll take a look now at the Wethersfield formation with Tom McCarter.
Well, it might be one of these 11 that are in front of your face. It might not. It could be a senior reserve that comes off the bench. We've seen stranger things happen. Wethersfield, a very good run after a little bit of a slow start to the season. And this is the lineup that Coach Tony Leone feels most comfortable with. The biggest game of the season. They need a win here. So a lot of familiar faces, but a great start. A great starting lineup this season for Tony so far, and that's what he needs today.
And Tom, when he says a very good run, he means a 10-game unbeaten streak that Wethersfield brings into this one. Let's see how they stack up against the Nor'easters.
Yeah, look at those records. Wethersfield 9-3-3, Newington 8-2-3. Newington scored a few more goals per game, and the goals allowed is just about the same. Last meeting we were at, our remote live stream from the grass, 2-1 win clinched the 2023 CCC North title. One thing we know, even if Newington was winless, you could throw the records out the window. This is a game that everybody circles on their calendar, and Wethersfield, Newington are going to fight to the end of it. And you saw those great highlights that we showed before the game as well. This is going to come down to the wire.
Absolutely. This has been an action-packed series over the years. Intensity never a question here. In this one, these two teams very familiar with each other, as we talked about, even familiar from a family perspective. Head coach Adam Wilkinson from Newington. His daughter Cam played in this game back in 2020, had a PK in that shootout in the CCC Region D final. His daughter Bryn is a senior defender starting today for Wethersfield. We are just about to get underway. Wethersfield in the familiar home blues. They're going to move from right to left here in the first half. Newington in their road whites going to go left to right on an absolutely gorgeous sunny day here at Catone Field. And we have 40 minutes on the clock. Wethersfield, we saw the formation. We saw how these teams stack up, but it's also one of those, Tom, as the old saying goes, you throw the records out the window. It's going to be intense. It's going to be a hard battle. We'll see who is able to step up and strike first. Into action we go, headed by Shackner in the center circle. Good battle here. We'll do our best as we go to identify the Newington players. We will say the roster we have is a little bit limited. We're missing a couple of numbers, so appreciate patience there as Sapala able to pull back. Nice action here at the midline. She battles number 14 for Newington. Ball comes across, headed by DeStefani, sent into the offensive half where Shackner battles for it. Center circle now. Newington steps through. Gwen Grismilo plays a through ball, looking for Addison Yancey. Yancey, the leading goal scorer for this Wethersfield team.
Yeah, what a pleasant surprise. I think when you look at there's a number of starters on the field today that were also starters for the first game of the season. Yancey was a player that was not a starter at the beginning of the season, but has earned it. And her activity up top, along with Burnell, creates havoc for opposing defenses.
Throw comes into Yancey, gets past her. This is Burnell now, inside the 18, sends it toward the middle of the field. Yancey with a touch, but that's cleared by Newington. High ball comes out. Sapala waiting for it, tries to box out, gets a head on it. Ball headed high in the air. DeStefani with a chance. Good battle from Gwen Grismilo. Touch from Yancey, gets past Burnell. Cleared by Newington, by Gwen Grismilo again. Looking for Burnell, headed by number 12 for Newington. That is Keegan Alderucci. And that ball goes over the side. Throw comes in for Wethersfield.
Bryn Wilkinson on the throw. Here's
Bonfiglio with a chance, with a touch, and we've got the first goal of the game at 38-18. Kayla Bonfiglio for Wethersfield, and the Eagles jump on top just like that. 1-0 Wethersfield. Tom, let's take a second look, if we can, at that one.
Yeah, sorry I was cutting you off there, Dave. The play got exciting right away. We were saying on the throw-in over there is Bryn Wilkinson, who said she wants to score a goal in her game against her father's team. Throws it in here, ball bounces, and then Burnell is able to get a head ball there. Bonfiglio, good read, able to put it past the Newington goalie. 2 minutes into the game, Wethersfield with a 1-0 lead.
All right, Newington trying to come the other way. So we give the goal to Bonfiglio, looking like the assist to Burnell. Just about 2 minutes into this one, 38 to go. Newington coming back strong. Into the 18 it goes. There's a chance coming. Left-footed shot. That's in the back of the net for Newington. We are barely 2 minutes into the game as we'll stop clock at 37:50. We've got a 1-1 game. Just like that, we're going to see if we can identify. Looked like it was number 10 on the shot, Caitlin Gallinado.
Yeah, Newington, Wethersfield not really giving us a chance to set up. 2 goals in the first 2.5 minutes as the ball is crossed there. And again, kind of harmlessly goes through number 10. Tries once, tries twice, gets the left footer past Gianfrido. We are tied at 1.
Well, we promised an action-packed game. It is delivered in these first 2 minutes. We can't even catch our breath. We are right back where we started from. It is 1-1, all even. Goals from Kayla Bonfiglio for Wethersfield and Kate Gallinado for Newington, a senior all-conference performer last year. She gets Newington on the board. We're all tied up 1-1. Again, last year, Newington went up 1-0, stayed that way through, if memory serves us correctly, through halftime, and then Wethersfield put 2 on the board in the second half to come away with that win.
It looks like we got another instant classic on our hands.
Throw-in coming for Newington here. Newington in their road whites. They're going from left to right here in the first half. Ball played by Sapala. Nice tap ahead by Burnell. She's going to try to chase this one down. Has to get around Alderucci.
She never gives up on those plays.
Ball rolls over the end line, so that will be a goal kick for the Nor'easters of Newington. We're just about to hit the 4-minute mark in this one. 4 minutes gone, already a goal for each side. And we will commit to, if you stick with us for the halftime show, we'll commit to clipping together highlights, show you all of those plays again. We get a whistle here. That's going to go Wethersfield way, so we'll have a free kick coming for the Eagles in the offensive portion of the field. The Stephanies come up to take it. Looks like it'll be right about this 25-yard line in terms of the football marking, so about 35 yards out from the goal. It's on the right hash mark. Wethersfield lines up across the top of the 18. Newington brings a 2-player wall 10 yards off. DeStefani is going to let this one fly with the left foot. Here it is, in toward the 18. Looking for Bonfiglio again. Schachner also making a run, but Wethersfield not able to connect, so we stay knotted at 1. We were trying to work on our stat updates in real time here before we were pleasantly interrupted from a Newington perspective by their goal. The Wethersfield goal for Bonfiglio, her 3rd of the season. Burnell notches her 7th assist. That leads the team in that category as the ball goes through the center circle. Good battle by Schachner. Here comes Bonfiglio. Newington, though, going to come the other way across the midline now. Line drive play down the right side. Good play by Sapala to shield, and Daly's able to send it out. Here's Sapala now, still in the backfield for Wethersfield. Sends it toward the midline, gets past Yancey, and it's going to be settled by Newington in their backfield. Good step from Burnell. Wins a chance for Wethersfield, but Newington takes control. Still trying to play out of the back are the Nor'easters. Center circle now, ball goes over the midline. Nice play by DeStefani. She's going to win it, pulls it back into the backfield for Wethersfield. Here's Grace Grismilo, goes far side now to Bryn Wilkinson. Wilkinson toward the midline, sends it ahead, looking for Yancey. That won't connect initially. Good pressure by Yancey. The ball goes toward the sideline. Wilkinson all the way up. There's a collision as Gwen Grismilo and Gallinado, who scored the goal for Newington, go down. Leads to a throw for Wethersfield. High one comes into Burnell. First touch gets away just a bit. Battle for the ball. Down goes the Newington player. Here's Shackner with the ball over to Bonfiglio. Bonfiglio tries to lay it off for Sapala coming up from the back. Now it's Bonfiglio again, middle of the field, poked out of there by Newington. Sapala comes all the way back to chase it down. Daly now in the backfield. Good touch to get around the attacker. Daly has to go far side to Wilkinson. Bryn Wilkinson over near the Eagles bench. Ball deflects off of Newington, but it was already out of bounds, so it's a throw for Newington here. They've got a chance now, brewing toward the top of the 18. High ball, Daly with the header, tries to clear it out. Here's one moving toward the goal. Sapala. High kick, sends it back toward the midline. Burnell tries to settle, but it gets away from her. Newington takes over. Good pressure by Burnell. Here's Daly with a step. Ball still moving toward the goal for Newington. It's into the 18. Gianfrido's going to come out as Sapala does a nice job shielding. We are just over 8 minutes into it, and if you missed the first 2.5 minutes, you missed a ton of action. We had a goal for each team. We stand knotted at 1 as Bonfiglio, who had the goal for Wethersfield, gets a foot on that one, sends it ahead. Headed there by Newington. Number 12 is Keegan Alderucci, one of the captains for this Newington team. Yancey with a touch to Shackner, who's one of the captains for Wethersfield. She sends a long one up ahead, and that's going to be into the arms off 2 hops of keeper Kyla Stamilio. Kyla Stamilio, senior goalkeeper for Newington today. Freshman Giada Gianfrido in net for Wethersfield. And again, we've got a 1-1 game. And we've got our first update on the out-of-town scoreboard. As we mentioned at the top, happening right now in Newington. Wethersfield boys playing the Nor'easters, and Wethersfield has a 1-0 lead in the first half of that game. So 1-1 here, 1-0 Wethersfield in Newington. Action continues as Newington plays it ahead, deflects off of Bonfiglio. It'll be a throw for the Nor'easters here on the near sideline.
We think Ramo Amatovic was the one who scored, but it is unofficial as it gets.
We are getting reports from all over today. We appreciate our remote correspondents checking in with us. That ball is sent to the far side. Newington tried to mount an attack here. Good step from Gallinado. Sends it back toward the middle of the field. In front of the Eagles bench, Newington plays it forward. Pressure from Grace Grismilo now in toward the top of the 18. Ball rolls across, now coming toward the near sideline. Good pressure by Sapala for Wethersfield. Settled there by... Good takeaway from Sapala. As Newington had a chance, but she made a nice tackle, did Eliana Sapala. Ball got away from Addison Yancey. She pops it ahead, poked over the sideline by Newington. It'll be a throw for Wethersfield.
We haven't seen Yancey drop this much onto the defensive half, but good help there. You got to think that's one of the adjustments that Tony Leone has made. She's scrappy around the ball, always finds a way to poke it free.
Tom, 80 degrees on October 22nd. This looks like we are starting the season, not finishing the regular season. Oh, the ball gets away from Grace Grismilo. Here's a turn for Newington. Grismilo does a nice job getting back into the play to deflect it over the side.
Yeah, good recovery there by Grismilo. Able to, Newington ends up with a corner kick, but she's able to get in there, get her body in the way, and make sure that no shot gets through.
So as we get to about the 10-minute mark in this one, we want to give a couple of thanks here on this throw. Actually, we'll wait till after this action clears. In toward the 18 it goes. High ball from Sapala comes near the midline. Yancey is here, but so is Alderucci. And there's a good battle at the midline. Newington gets the better of it, but Shackner's got a chance. Good physical play here, and Newington able to come out with the ball.
Hack a shack.
Toward the side it goes. No free throws awarded on that one, though, Tom. Down the near side it comes. Burnell gives chase. Good battle up front with number 19, Ava Dos Santos, another of the all-conference performers for this Newington team from last season. We've got a throw coming for Newington as Burnell gave chase but wasn't able to keep the ball in bounds. Sapala pressures the initial throw. And we're calling it official now, folks. We are reporting that the Wethersfield boys' goal was off the foot of Ramo Amatovic as Wethersfield's girls play the ball up down the right side. Trying to connect with Burnell was Gwen Grismilo. Burnell gave good chase, but not able to get to it before that goes over the end line. So it will be a throw here for the Newington Nor'easters. 1-1 ball game. Just about 11 minutes into this one. Tariq Alihadzik with the assist for the boys off a free kick. So Wethersfield up 1-0 in Newington in boys soccer. And we've got a good one here. 1-1 already, about 11.5 into the first half. Wethersfield and Newington. Girls soccer, a win or a tie for Wethersfield clinches a 4th consecutive CCC North Division title. And something that was important to Coach Leone, a win today would be the 10th of the season, moving into that double-digit mark. That would surpass last season's win total for Wethersfield. Newington has already surpassed their 2023 win total. They were 5-7-4 on the regular season last year. Lost to South Windsor in the Class L tournament, first round. This season, they came into this one, as we saw on the tail of the tape at the beginning, Newington 8-2-3 heading into this one. Here's a ball played ahead. Yancey is in the area code for Wethersfield, but defended well there by the back line for Newington. Really a 1-on-3 opportunity for Yancey, even if she'd gotten to it.
Throw in from the exact same spot that Wethersfield got their first goal. Wethersfield lined up the exact same way.
Here
Wilkinson throw in, bounced in the box. Burnell was able to get her head on it, and Bonfiglio snuck in back door.
Wilkinson goes to Shackner this time. She sends it forward looking for Burnell. Ball is still alive if Wethersfield can get to it. Burnell gets a foot on it over to Yancey. She tries to make the turn, defended well. Taps it over looking for Bonfiglio again. Cleared by Newington. Coming the other way, but Shackner's going to step to it. Center circle. Grace Grismilo goes over to Bryn Wilkinson. Ball played in toward the 18. Off the foot of Yancey. Tried to make the turn looking for Burnell, but just got away a little bit. Newington trying to move the other way.
Great
Good
work
step
by
by
Grismilo.
Gwen Grismilo. That's going to get over toward Bryn Wilkinson. Can she keep it in bounds? She will, right in front of Coach Leone. Sends it down that far side. Deflected there by Newington. Good step by Gwen Grismilo. She looks shaken up. She's limping a little bit as Burnell goes down here in front of us. Ball played forward, though. It's going to get right to the keeper, Stamilio. So she settles as Newington tries to find the shape playing out of the back.
Yeah, if you're going to play keeper against Wethersfield, you are going to have to come to the top of the box to win some of those balls. The speed and aggressiveness of Yancey and Burnell, if you sit back in your 6 box, they're going to eat you alive. Ooh.
Oh, Newington with a chance brewing, and
Great
Sapala
job,
comes
Sapala.
all the way across the middle of the field to send it out of harm's way initially, but it's still in the offensive half for Newington. Nor'easters trying to keep the ball alive. Oh, another collision with 2 players going down as Gwen Grismilo went flying in. Looks like got to the ball, but it is going to draw a whistle, and she's shaken up again. She's had a rough few minutes here recently.
I think she's taken the most hard hits that we've seen all season. She's really, and every time she pops right up, stays in the game.
All right, so it does go Wethersfield way on this one. So Bryn Wilkinson going to take the free kick out of the back, 25-30 on the clock, first half. Right-footed ball goes ahead. Newington gets to it first. Shackner and 2 more players go down. Shackner a little bit slow to get up. She's going to check the socks, it looks like, and might have gotten a foot in the lower leg there. Not exactly sure.
Readjust the
up.
shin guard here.
And Wethersfield looks like at the next opportunity will make the what we believe is the first substitution of the game as Olivia Hobbs is on the side waiting to enter this one. Shackner gets everything, looks like all the equipment is readjusted, so she's back up, ready to go.
3 scrappy players
We're going to
up top
stop
for Wethersfield.
clock here as the officials signal here and see what's going on. We might have had some question. Oh, it's Gwen Grismilo. We couldn't see through the other players in front of us. Gwen Grismilo, we talked about the fact she'd been in a couple of collisions, was slow to get up after one of them. She's going to go off. Gets a nice hand from the folks in the stands here at Catone. So Olivia Hobbs will come in.
If DeStefani can serve this ball in a way that lands in front of the goalie between Shackner, Yancey, Bonfiglio, Burnell, you got 4 scrappy players in there that can get there first.
Hand is up. Here's a left-footed ball. Chips it ahead. Looking for Burnell. It's knocked out of there, but Burnell's got a chance on it. She's on the inside, but spun around. Nicely defended there. It will lead to a corner kick, though.
Yeah, I thought that ball might have gone off Burnell, and if the Newington player let it go, it'd be a goal kick, but Wethersfield gets a corner kick out of this, and Hobbs looks like she's going to get her first touch on the ball taking this.
Nice assist from the field hockey goalkeeper who's over there in that corner. Could use some of that equipment in the soccer net. Here is Hobbs on the corner kick, far side, comes in. Nice ball service, headed by Burnell. Yancey's going to get to it now on the near side. Outside of the 18, moving toward the sideline, has to play it back. Nothing but white shirts there from Newington, but here's Daly all the way up from the back. Pushes it ahead. Shackner with a chip. Ball still near the top of the 18 for Wethersfield in the attacking half. Swing and a miss from Newington. Hobbs able to shield to keep the ball. Wethersfield trying to keep pressure on here. Wilkinson steps up. Sends it across, headed by Bonfiglio. Looking for Hobbs. Newington steps in. High ball, though, still into Wethersfield. Oh, nice flick ahead by Bonfiglio. Yancey's coming down the side. It's inside the 18.
Oh, wow.
She makes a move. She's still got it on her foot. Lays it off. Looking for Hobbs. Not able to get it all the way through. Might have gotten past Burnell. That might have been her first target there. Nice play to keep the ball alive, though, from Yancey and create that chance.
Yeah, had that ball snuck through, I think it was Hobbs that was at the top of the box ready to pound that one home.
It's a long ball played ahead into the offensive half from Newington. And, ooh, a little indecision there, Tom.
Yeah, I think you need your goalkeeper to be the voice there. Grismilo has her back to the play, so she's not really seeing what pressure's coming. And, both players kind of, didn't talk enough. And I think Grismilo made the right decision to just play it out of bounds. When in doubt, play it out.
What seemed like a sure possession, though, Wethersfield could have claimed, turns into, again, the right play to clear it out given the circumstance. But now it's a deep throw in the offensive portion of the field for Newington. Far side. They throw it short back to the thrower. Ball played in. They've got an opportunity. Gianfrido, a little bit tentative. It looked like coming off the line, but right in the nick of time, comes out, grabs that ball, keeps this as a 1-1 game. Wethersfield trying to move the other way. Here's Yancey now, down the near side, battling Alderucci. Alderucci goes all the way back to the keeper. Stamilio has a good pressure from Burnell. Now Yancey's going to get to it, taps it ahead. Can she get to the ball? Can Burnell stay on sides? And it's cleared out of there by Alderucci. Could not tell from our angle if we've got a corner.
It's going to be a corner kick, and great hustle from Burnell. If you watch that one back, the ball was hopping up on the goalie, and her first touch was not a good one. Burnell was already going full speed before that happened. So goalies know they've got to play the ball really, really quickly because they're never going to have an extra second with Burnell and Yancey putting pressure on.
All right, so we approach the midway point of this first half. Corner kick for Wethersfield. A lot of action in front of the net in blue. Oh, it's off Bonfiglio's leg, and what a save from Newington. Beautiful service, got all the way through, but Kyla Stamilio, senior keeper for Newington, with the save. We'll take another look.
Yeah, Hobbs, another corner kick where she delivers it low and hard and gets the gives Wethersfield a chance here.
Ball was a rocket coming through, and Bonfiglio got to it, but great reaction from Stamilio in net for Newington. We remain 1-1, 21-15 on the clock here in the first half. Both coaches up, barking instructions. Newington's going to have a throw right at the end of the Wethersfield bench. In it comes. Newington trying to turn the ball the other way. Here it is toward the 18. They've got a player, but nice shield there from Eliana Sapala. Prevented the Newington attacker from getting to that cross. So we stay 1-1. Ball went over the end line, so it should be a goal kick for Wethersfield. Daly's going to come back and looks like take the kick. So Daly lines it up, goal kick for Wethersfield. 1-1 game. Hobbs laces up the cleats right inside the center circle. Where will Daly go with this one? Wethersfield in blue with a line drive, and oh, good step there from Newington. That's Avery Bonet, a senior all-conference performer for the Nor'easters. Able to step to it, and here come the Nor'easters on the attack in the offensive portion of the field. Gets away from them, and it's going to be a throw for Wethersfield. Official blows a whistle, and now we're going to be back in play. So Sapala takes a few yards, makes the throw, headed by Bonfiglio, moving ahead. Yancey and Burnell right there with Alderucci. Alderucci may have gotten shaken up just a bit on that one, but she looks like she's going to be fine as Sapala's going to take another throw for Wethersfield. Midway through this first half, 1-1 game. Both goals came in the first 2.5 minutes of action. Wethersfield first, and then Newington, just like that, responded. Even this one up. Now, who can jump ahead? who can find the momentum here as Schachner chips one ahead. Looking for maybe Sapala, but just not enough communication. Ball played maybe a little too far ahead in that instance.
Yeah, and I thought she had Wilkinson going down that right wing, and she was wide open. Had Schachner turned her head, played that little through ball, Wethersfield could have had a rush down that right side.
19:03 on the clock here in the first half. Newington in white going from left to right toward the concourse. Wethersfield in the familiar home blues going from right to left. Schachner. Ball played through, trying to find Yancey. Got away from Wethersfield. Good pressure by Wilkinson up from the back in front of the Newington bench. Deflected by Newington, goes high behind the Wethersfield bench. Wilkinson is waiting to take the throw. Runs right past her father as she waits to scoop up the ball. 18:30 on the clock. Wethersfield throw. Father and daughter stand right next to each other, right on that sideline, and here's the throw. Short ball comes into Schachner. She makes a turn, comes toward the middle of the field now. Tries to cut through two. Look at Hobbs come to take over the ball. Olivia Hobbs, a little dump off for Wilkinson. Now to Schachner, plays it forward, middle of the field. Yancey chips it ahead, trying to get it to Burnell. Taken away there by Newington. Still in the offensive half for Wethersfield. Burnell's going to get to it on the outside. She sends it in. Yancey may have a chance at this one before it goes over the sideline in the corner.
Wow.
Still inbounds. Nicely done. And let's see, that's going to be Wethersfield ball, it looks like. It'll be about as deep as you can get on a throw-in. Wilkinson's going to come up to take it. So Daly and Grace Grismilo are alone in the back in terms of defensive effort. That throw comes in at 18. Flicked off the head of Burnell toward the goal, but Wethersfield not able to turn it. Schachner tries to clear. It's sent out of bounds. Nice play from Coach Adam Wilkinson on the far side.
Showing
Good
him how
volley
it's
out of
done.
the air.
Yeah, good first touch there.
Ball gets past Burnell on the throw. She might have intended that if she wanted to try to run it down. Schachner now. Left foots a ball to the middle of the field. Bonfiglio back now. Here's a left-footed boot from DeStefani, and that is through the football uprights. A field goal if we're playing American football, but we remain 1-1 here in this soccer contest. We'll take a second to thank some of our crew today. We've got Elena Rodriguez on camera, along with Allison Montez helping us out with videography. We've got Antonio Contreras helping us with clock and scoreboard. Mike Maltese took care of the pregame introductions, as Luke Kraut not with us today, off taking care of his band responsibilities on this absolutely gorgeous, sunny October afternoon. Bryn Wilkinson with the throw for Wethersfield, trying to find Yancey. And we've got a bit more of an update from the boys' game at Newington, our out-of-town scoreboard check-in. 11:36 to go, first half in Newington, boys action. Wethersfield still on top, 1-0. We're about 5 minutes behind here.
Hobbs 2 for 2, serving good balls into the box on these corner kicks.
Here we go, far corner. Wind is whipping out there, as you can see that flag moving. Here is Hobbs, lines it up, right-footed ball, low one roller. And let's see, did it get through?
Did that go off the ref?
I think it did. It either hit the ref or there is another soccer ball that was there. I'm not sure which it hit, but
I think it was the ref.
it does appear to be the ref.
Looks to be scolding him for where he's standing.
He seems to, yes, you can see him motioning now. All right, so we're going to do it all over again. Replay here as Hobbs is going to take this one. Game knotted at 1. Now it's a line drive going all the way across. It got off Schachner. Can Burnell get to it and pop it toward the net? She can't. Yancey, a nice diving play there by the keeper for Newington, Stamilio. Sapala, as the ball bounces Wethersfield's way, Bonfiglio's going to get to it. Now Sapala, now Bonfiglio. She got tripped up, no call. Ball played the other way by Newington. Good step from DeStefani, but Newington plays it out. Daly tries to get to it. Ball at the midline. Who's going to win that battle? It'll be Newington. Here come the Nor'easters. Ball played down the middle. Can Bryn Wilkinson get to it? Daly gets to it first. Wilkinson, we got a shot opportunity coming. Gianfrido comes out and makes the play. Wethersfield keeps this one even at 1, as you can see the defense scrapping, and we're going to stop clock here, 14:44, as it looks like Gianfrido may have been shaken up. But Tom, can we take a second look at this one?
Yeah, we criticized Gianfrido earlier for not coming out, not communicating. The perfect call here. Play breaks down right in front of her. She's got no choice. She's in alone. Times it perfectly. Gets out there, gets her foot on it, is willing to sacrifice her body, take the collision. That is a game-saving play by Gianfrido.
And this is a question mark for Wethersfield, as it looks like she is going to come off the field. Not sure who Coach Leone is going to send in at this point, or if this is just going to be a quick check. She took quite a hit, and no ill intention or ill will on the play. Good hard soccer play from both players, but Gianfrido definitely took the worst of it. And if I see correctly, this is Milena Gugliotti going to come in to play keeper for Wethersfield. So this is a key moment potentially in this game. Giada Gianfrido has played just about every minute from what we know of the season.
That's all we've seen this season.
That is all we've seen with the exception of the Jamboree. And so Gugliotti comes off the bench.
No gloves.
No gloves, just the penny. So this is clearly a bit of a situation that Coach was not hoping for. Obviously, you never hope for an injury, but let's see what Wethersfield can do. The back line's going to have to stiffen up. Gugliotti comes in already directing traffic, though, as we're going to have, looks like a corner kick coming for Newington. So Milena Gugliotti, sophomore for this Wethersfield team, called into action right off the bench. She's going to face a corner kick as she stares into the sun. And here we go. Newington takes the ball. It goes all the way across, gets over the head of their player, Gallinado, who was on the far post. Nice job by Wethersfield to send it down the other way. Look at Yanissi chasing after this one. But Stamilio is going to let it roll into the penalty area where she will pick it up. And here comes now Newington the other way. So 1-1 game as we go under 14 minutes to go in this first half. Quite a development. Obviously, anytime somebody is injured on the field, we hope they are able to come back. In this case, we'll keep an eye on that when it's a prominent position. Wethersfield keeper Giada Gianfrido shaken up on the collision.
Gugliotti confident at the top of the box. I think she's going to be more comfortable playing balls with her feet than her hands.
All right, here we go. And is there an instance here or a situation where Newington maybe gets a little too hyped up with the idea of the replacement keeper?
Well, I'm sure the coaching staff on the sideline has said, shoot the ball, shoot the ball, shoot the ball, shoot the ball, right? You got a goalie in, hasn't faced any action. We haven't seen her all year. She's not wearing gloves. She didn't even get to warm up. I think Wethersfield probably could have lobbied for some warm-up time. So I think that's what the Newington staff is going to say, and I think that's what any coach would say. But for Wethersfield, defend, 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 and the best thing they can do is get the ball on the offensive half of the field, let Gugliotti get a little bit more comfortable in the game, and potentially let Gianfrido be healthy enough to return to the game if that's the way it plays out.
To the point, Tom, about warm-ups, I'm not even sure that Gugliotti would have taken any warm-up shots in the pregame. She came into this one probably having no sense that she would come in and play keeper. She's played some good minutes in spots up front, has been active when she's played the attacking positions up front. She's in net now as DeStefani comes forward for Wethersfield. Eagles on the attack. Through ball for Brunell. She's going to get to it. That is a beautiful ball from Bella DeStefani, but nice job from Newington to get two people over to pressure Brunell. It'll go over the side, so it will be a throw for Wethersfield. Eliana Sapala is up and to take this one.
My eyes, I wish I had some binoculars. It looks like Gianfrido maybe has some gauze around her nose. I'm guessing the reason she came out was potentially a bloody nose.
That would be one reason.
She is warming up, playing catch with Coach Swed over on the sideline, so we would expect her to return.
And speaking of Coach Todd Swed, that is one that I owe probably 2 years of apologies to. I have been mispronouncing Coach's last name.
I'd say 3 or 4.
3, 4 seasons. All right, as Yanissi comes down the right side. Still with the ball on her feet. Nice move to pull it back. Sends it in toward the net. It is wide and high, but what footwork to create the opportunity on that shot.
Yeah, great job by Yanissi down that right side. Made a nice little cutback move. We're going to take a look at it here. Beats the defender, gets a little bit of daylight here, gets enough of a shooting lane, just puts it over the bar, but a great chance from Yancy there.
And Tom, as you come up from the replay, we have Giada Gianfrido coming right back into this one. So a big hand for her and a big hand for Milena Gugliotti. That is not easy, folks, to pop up off the bench and step into one of the most pressure-packed positions on the pitch.
Yeah, and not that we can read body language from this distance, but Gugliotti did not seem fazed by anything. She ran on there. I bet she volunteered when it happened.
Throw comes in for Wethersfield. It's in the 18. Look at Caitlin Malarkey now chasing it down. Bonfiglio tried to send. Nice header from Sapala. Malarkey chases again. Here's Hobbs. Quick touch. Looking for Yancy. Cleared out by Newington toward the midline.
St. Andrew into the game as well.
Catherine St. Andrew. We have been missing some subs here. That's why we miss Luke. His eagle eye keeps us in sync in terms of who's going in and out of the game. But we will do our best as Luke. What instruments does Luke play? Do we have any idea what he plays in the band, Tom?
He probably told us.
We'll say French horn. How about that?
I was going to say drums or
Oh,
something.
okay. Well, we'll go with that. Eliana Sapala with a nice turn, but the ball gets away. It goes over the sideline, so it'll be a throw for Newington. Nor'easters on the attack as we're under the 10-minute mark in this first half. 1-1 game. Both goals came in the first 2.5 minutes. Wethersfield jumped out early off the goal from Kayla Bonfiglio. Newington responded. Goal from Kate Gallinado. And that's where we stand, 1-1. We've had a breakaway opportunity for Newington, led to the collision that sent Gianfrido out for a few moments. Gianfrido back in net. His ball is played ahead. Nice job by Burnell. Malarkey gave chase, but it's scooped up by the keeper for Newington. Stamilio, senior, gives it a ride toward the midline. Yancy gets to it first, rolls back toward the goal for Wethersfield. Burnell's there. She's going to get to it. What will she do? Right foots it toward the goal. It's going to one hop. Nice play by Stamilio off the short hop.
And Malarkey was making a nice run there. Had Burnell recognized it, she could have slid it through. I think both Malarkey's goals this season have come from nice Burnell passes, so they've connected before.
Hobbs, a nice job. Wins the ball between two Newington players. Able to pull it back. Here's Kayla Bonfiglio now. Over to Addison Yancy. Yancy lays one off for Malarkey up front, and that's going to raise the arm on the far side. So that is, from my memory, our first offside call of the afternoon. So it's been a nice, clean game. Both teams battling hard. Again, for Wethersfield, at stake, a 10th win of this regular season and a 4th consecutive CCC North Division title. If the Eagles can tie or win today, they walk away with that 4th consecutive division crown and a berth in the CCC Conference Tournament, which should Wethersfield win or tie this game, they will play a home game in the CCC Tournament quarterfinals here at Catone on Thursday night. Yancy plays the ball ahead as two Newington defenders crash into each other. Yancy now sends it ahead, looking for Malarkey or Burnell, but Newington steps to it. Here's Bonfiglio trying to settle. Ball rolling toward Yancy now on the right side. She tries to make the turn, defended well by Newington. It's going to be poked over the side, so it'll be a deep throw for Wethersfield. 7.5 to go. And we've got subs coming in. Looks like Emma Cruz into the game for Wethersfield.
And a good shift for Bonfiglio. She was very active, scored that first goal, but was involved in a number of plays.
Emma Cruz on the season has 3 goals to her credit, a couple of assists. She gets the ball here, see if she can do something with it. Gonna left foot it toward the net, goes all the way across. Sapala gives chase, but it gets away from Wethersfield over the end line.
Yeah, if you could hear Coach Tony Leone right now, he's not saying, Emma, get that shot on goal. He's saying, why wasn't anybody there? Anytime a ball squeaks through that 6 box and nobody's on the other end to put it in the back of the net, it's not the shooter's fault.
Yeah, that was, as you said, definitely a cross as opposed to a shot. She was trying to put it somewhere where somebody could do something with it. Nobody home, though, for the Eagles, and Newington now going to take the goal kick. Gets over the head of Cruz. Newington settles right in front of us. 2 players converge for Wethersfield. Ball still in bounds. Cruz is going to take it, tries to roll it out. Here's Burnell. Burnell races down. What's she going to do with the ball? Lays it off for Yancy. Some room to move.
Yeah.
He takes a touch. That creates some space. Can she shoot? No. Good defense there from Newington. But Yancy moves ahead, tries to play it to Malarkey. right in front of the goal, but it's popped out of there by Newington. St. Andrew watches it roll across the side, and she will scoop it up for the throw. Catherine St. Andrew, one of the seniors on this Wethersfield team, sends the throw in. It's headed by Newington. Malarkey pulls it back. Here is Hobbs now for Wethersfield. Deflected, almost intercepted there by Newington, but it's over the sideline, so a throw in front of the hedges on that far side for Wethersfield in the offensive half. St. Andrew is going to take it, looking for the ball somewhere in the hedges. See if we can get a second one sent over to her somehow. That's we've talked about that. There's a bit of a Bermuda Triangle for soccer balls over there.
Field of Dreams.
Who would come walking out of there in the Field of Dreams for Wethersfield soccer, according to Tom McCarter?
Oh, good question.
Yeah.
In recent memory, oof. If you need a goal, Kathleen Brush. If you need a stop.
Whistle blows, and that does not make Newington coach Adam Wilkinson very happy. He had quite a reaction to that one. Both arms out now. Looks like the official is going to trot over. Not sure if
I think he's just marking the spot.
All right. Not sure if he was headed over to talk to Coach Wilkinson. Very animated after that. And this is, as we talked about, this is not only a neighboring town rivalry. There are things at stake in this one, and these teams know each other quite well. Here is the kick by DeStefani. Goes all the way in toward the goal. Headed by Newington. Gets past Sapala now coming toward the near corner. Rolls out. Two players go after it. Who's going to keep it? And it looks like Wethersfield will get the deep throw. So Wethersfield maintains possession here in the offensive half. We're just about to the 4-minute mark.
Looks like Newington is the one.
Yeah, well, the official faked me out. I couldn't see it, but he pointed our way.
Yeah, I thought it went off Newington as well.
All right, so we'll come the other way. So Newington with the throw deep in their defensive half of the field. Nice step by Sapala. Left-footed ball toward the center circle. Grace Grismilo with the header. Yancey lets it go past her. DeStefani's going to chase this one down. Deflects it, keeps it in Wethersfield's half. Gets away from Yancey, though. And another nice play by Coach Wilkinson on that Newington sideline. 3:46 to go here in the first half. Whoa, nice move from Newington. They're coming now across the midline, and good play from behind, but that's going to draw a whistle. A little too much contact as Yancey came back to try to pressure that one. Free kick for Newington now, about 8 yards into their offensive half, right in front of the Eagles bench. Folks, as we wind down this first few minutes of an action-packed first half, as Newington's got a chance moving toward the net, deflects off the back of Daly. Still alive for Newington. Wethersfield needs to clear. Hobbs does just that. Goes over toward the Wethersfield bench where it'll go across the sideline, leading to a Newington throw. So as we hit the 3-minute mark, don't forget, stay with us at halftime. Once the first half ends, we are going to take another look at something from the pregame show. A little look back at some of the key moments in this series over the last few years as Wethersfield tries to move the ball forward. Back to the keeper goes Newington. Now they come back toward the midline, but here's Yancey for Wethersfield. Eagles in the offensive half trying to find their shape. Yancey looking for a place to go with the ball. Down the right side, still has it. Holds it up, looking for Hobbs. Something brewing maybe for the Eagles here. Tries to play Burnell, now back to Yancey. Still well outside the penalty area. Down the right side she goes. Deflected over the sideline, so it'll be a throw for Wethersfield. 2:20 to go first half. Deep throw in the offensive portion of the field for the Eagles. Couple of subs into the game now. It looks like Yancey will get a little early start on her halftime break as Kendall Aberley comes into the game for Wethersfield. 1-1 game. We're going to roll again at halftime. That look back, as we talked about, at some of the key moments in this series. And then we'll take a quick break. And before the second half starts, we'll come in and show you the highlights from this one. That ball goes behind the net. So Wethersfield trying to move it forward, but not able to generate a shot opportunity there as we're under 2 minutes to go here in this first half. We are thrilled you could join us today from wherever you may be. If you're watching, feel free to drop us a note in the chat. Let us know where you are today. It is a beautiful afternoon here in Wethersfield, Connecticut, Catone Field. Here is Hobbs with the corner. Line drive comes all the way across. Oh, Cruz had a chance. He goes down. Collision there No call. Let's see which way we're going to keep it. Looks like this will be a goal kick coming for Newington. Another good service from Hobbs off the corner kick.
Yeah, and nice work from Cruz to get in there and kind of sacrifice her body. She got her head on it, skimmed off and out of bounds, but she was in an awkward position there.
So we wind down. We're under a minute to go here in the first half. 1-1 game. The way we started this one, we were on pace for about a 36-36 game, but it's still 1-1. Both teams have settled in, have defended well. Newington, after the 2 goals, Newington has probably had the best chance on goal. A breakaway that developed as the defensive back line sort of broke down for Wethersfield. Giada Gianfrido came off her line, got to the ball first, and then took a massive collision. And here is the ball in the center circle. We've got about 15 seconds to go. Folks, we've got a special performance coming up at halftime. Actually, the WHS dance team will be here. So we will stay with that, show you that, and then we'll roll back into that highlight package as the first half comes to an end. That's the horn. We've got a 1-1 tie. Stay tuned now for Wethersfield High School dance team, and then we'll see you in a few minutes with highlights from the first half. Soccer fans, please welcome to the field your Wethersfield High School dance team. I don't know how to get back to soccer. They threw me in the beginning. All right, folks, the Wethersfield High School dance team with a nice performance here at halftime. We are going to take a quick look back at some key moments from this Wethersfield Newington series over the years. Tom McCarter, roll the videotape.
Now kicking for Wethersfield, wearing the number 6, Cameron Wilkinson. Scores. Game tied.
Championship comes down to this 100 minutes of soccer, and here we go.
The crowd is rowdy. Shot, scores, that's it. Game over, 1-0.
So the first loss for the Wethersfield Eagles on the season.
To Wethersfield, we're going to see a free kick from around the 18-yard line. Lauren Darrell, as usual, up from the back. Wethersfield lines up far side. Ball goes in toward the net. It curves around, and there it is! Oh, that's the game right there! A juicy rebound given up by the keeper, right in a great scoring position.
And that is the hat trick for Kathleen Brush. She's got all
ball, 3 Eagles goals, and that is going to put this one away. High ball toward the midline, off the back of Malarkey. Bonfiglio claims it, sends it ahead to Ward. She makes a turn. She's got some steam now, moving toward the middle of the field. Kayla Ward about to the top of the arc, taps the ball over to Sapala, who sends the ball into the net! Eliana Sapala off the pass from Kayla Ward, and Wethersfield leads it 2-1.
Soccer fans, welcome back to Catone Field. It is halftime. We are just about to get underway with the second half. It is an intense and exciting game here. Girls varsity soccer, Wethersfield hosting Newington. We got a 1-1 score. We're going to take a quick look back, get you caught up on all the action from the first half. We'll start with Wethersfield jumping on the board.
Must have got hit in the nose, left with a bloody nose. Milena Gugliotti comes in, no gloves, wearing a penny, confident, and she played goal for a couple of minutes. Didn't really face any activity. Giada returns, and that's where we are. 1-1, start of the second half.
1-1, so it's all even right back where we started. 40 minutes left to decide who will come away with the CCC North Division title. For Wethersfield, the formula is pretty simple. If they can hold this tie or if they can pull ahead and come out with the win, Eagles claim their 4th consecutive division title in the CCC North. If Wethersfield is not able to tie or win, things get a lot more complicated. We're not even going to try to walk through all those scenarios, but suffice it to say, Newington has the edge if they come out of here with a victory today. So Wethersfield trying to hang on to the tie or jump ahead and take the lead. We're just about to get underway here in the second half. We got the 40 minutes on the clock, but the teams are a little slow to break the huddle.
The refs are reminding them here. And you may hear us update the boys' score as well. The boys are playing in Newington. That game is slightly ahead of this one. That is a 1-0 Wethersfield lead with 32 minutes left in the second half. The goal is a goal from Ramo Amatovic off the foot of Tariq Alhadzik on the assist. And we'll keep you updated there. If Wethersfield wins, we feel pretty confident that they too would make the CCC quarterfinals Thursday night, and they'd likely be on the road.
Yep, and so Wethersfield girls, if they get the tie or the win here, they will win the division. That moves them into one of the top 4 seeds in that conference tournament. So that means their quarterfinal game would be here at Catone Thursday evening. Boys look to be on the way to making the conference tournament, but they would be in the lower half of the bracketing, so they will be on the road Thursday, assuming they can hold on before that win in Newington. We are underway. Wethersfield in the home blues is going to go left to right toward the concourse here in the second half. Newington in their road whites going to go from right to left. Shackner in the center circle lays it off for Bonfiglio. Trying to find space to move, plays it ahead to Burnell.
And the only change in Wethersfield's second half starting lineup, Gwen Grismilo, who was shaken up in the first half and came out. We haven't seen her since. Olivia Hobbs has taken her place.
Hobbs has done a nice job, had 3 corner kicks from our vantage point that were all nicely served, created some opportunities for Wethersfield. Here comes Newington with a chance, and that's going to be an offside call, near side official right on that one, as Newington's attacker Bonet was up in front just a couple of yards ahead of the last defender.
And good recognition by Grace Grismilo. Julia Daly has her back turned to the place, so she really can't see what's behind her, but Grismilo made sure that she did not keep her onside there.
And that has been one of the few offside calls we had. It's been a pretty clean offensive game. Both teams have battled. Both defenses have stood the test after that flurry we had back-to-back in the first couple of minutes of the game. Bonfiglio runs through that one. Burnell with a nice tap ahead. Yanissi was making the run, but nice defensive effort there from, that looked like Ava Dos Santos, number 19, one of the captains for this Newington squad, with a nice play to poke that one away at the end.
Yeah, Burnell was looking for that little flick. Yanissi had already started her run. She just didn't quite spin it far enough forward.
So Newington trying to move the ball now to their offensive half. Hobbs, a nice step from behind to take it away for Wethersfield. Pulls it back. It's in front of the Newington bench. Goes across the midline trying to connect with Yancey, but Newington there to poke it away. Bonfiglio, though. Let's try to get that one out correctly as Shackner makes contact with the ball and a Newington player. Nor'easters are playing backwards into their defensive half. Dos Santos has it. Going to lay it off. Nor'easters trying to turn and move the ball toward the offensive end. Good pressure from Yancey. She's going to keep the ball on her foot. Tap it back here to Bryn Wilkinson. Wilkinson moves toward the middle of the field. Lays it off for Caleb Bonfiglio. Quick touch to Hobbs. Wethersfield looks to find the shape here in the offensive half of the field. To Stephanie. Moves over toward the bench. Lays the ball off. Sapala on that far side. Makes a move to get around, but the ball gets away. It goes over the side. We're about 2.5 minutes into this second half.
Yeah, Wethersfield in an interesting position here. A tie does move them on, but when you're tied, you're 1 goal away from losing. So you know they want to put another one in the back of the net. And if they're to do so, I do like to see Sapala jumping up into the play like she has these first couple of minutes. She's so good at getting around that corner like Yancey was doing on the right side in the first half, serving that ball into the box, and maybe creating corner kicks too if it doesn't go all the way through.
And Sapala, as you saw in that highlight package we played coming out of the first half, she had the game winner in Newington last year, put Wethersfield on top 2-1, and that's where that one finished to give the Eagles their 3rd straight. Yancey's got a chance now inside the 18. That's going to draw a whistle, and it'll be another offside call. Hand is up from the far side official, so we will get a free kick for Newington. Their keeper, Kyla Stamilio, had a good active first half. Actually, I believe we may have had a keeper change for Newington.
Yeah, we definitely
Looks
have.
like that is Jillian Bouchard, a junior now in net for the Nor'easters of Newington. And again, for anybody tuning in to see Newington play, we ask your patience here. We got a limited version of the roster. We're trying our best to identify and match up numbers with players. We won't get them all, and may not get some of the pronunciations right on the ones we think we got. So we appreciate your patience on that.
Bonfiglio a little banged up there, and it looked as if the referee was coming to check on her. She just kind of shrugged him off. I'm okay. You're not taking me out of the game.
So a little slower start to the second half than what we had in the first half. We already had 2 goals on the board by this point in the first half. It's still 1-1 now, 36-22 on the clock. Second half action. Wethersfield and Newington for the CCC North Division title in 2024. That ball got off of Bryn Wilkinson and goes over the side, so it'll be a throw coming for Newington. Quickly in are the Nor'easters. Good step from Grace Grismilo, but it goes over the sideline, so Newington will do it again farther up the field. This is Avery Bonet, one of the captains. And we are delighted to have all of you with us, including the Alana Burnell fan club from St. Petersburg, Florida. We appreciate you joining us today. Let's see if Alana has something in the tank and is able to put a highlight up for you folks. She comes to chase this one down.
She does have the 1 assist for Wethersfield so far.
Hobbs steps to the ball. Good tackle there. Leads to the kick forward to Stephanie. Up to Yancey now. Good takeaway here from Newington. To Stephanie, going to step to it. Nice play there from Gallinado to let the ball roll between her feet, and it gets over the sideline, so off of Wethersfield on the kick from DeStefani. Here is the throw. Gets past Wilkinson. Grismilo and Bonet battle down the side, and that's going to lead to a Wethersfield throw. 5 minutes into this second half as Emma Cruz makes her first appearance of the second half.
Yeah, we mentioned Bonfiglio got a little bit banged up there. I think Coach Tony Leone's taking her out as a precaution, wants to check on her.
And as you mentioned, we've not seen Gwen Grismilo return, so Wethersfield a bit shaken up at the midfield slots in that 4-4-2 formation. Ball played ahead into the offensive half for Newington now. Bonet chases, but look at the pressure from DeStefani. Sends it over the side. It'll be a throw for Newington, but they're in the backfield. Just over 5.5 gone here in the second half. Newington with the ball. They're in white going right to left. Oh, Grace Grismilo sends a high one into the offensive half for Wethersfield. Burnell gives chase off her head, trying to settle. Poked by Newington. There's Shackner and Burnell, and the ball gets away from both of them. Newington takes over. Line drive toward the midline. Pressure from DeStefani sends it ahead. Gets past Burnell again. Dos Santos with a touch. Hobbs now for Wethersfield. In the offensive half are the Eagles trying to move toward the goal. Near side, Burnell sends one in toward the 18. Headed by Newington. Wethersfield still trying to keep it in the offensive portion of the field. Ball gets away from Wilkinson. Nice takeaway from Newington. Gallinado plays it ahead. Bonet up ahead. Daly to beat. Nice step from Julia Daly. DeStefani comes back to claim it. Grace Grismilo sends it forward as she goes down. Bounces right back up. Ball still in the offensive portion of the field for Newington. Headed by DeStefani. Now Hobbs with a kick. Rolls toward the midline. Newington plays it back into the offensive half. Schachner gets it now toward the midline again. Yancey settles. Good pressure there by Alderucci. And that's going to win a free kick right in the center circle for Wethersfield. As Yancey tried to settle, Alderucci came in for the challenge. A little too much contact for the officials' liking, so Wethersfield will get the free kick. It's going to be about 4 yards into the offensive half. Here is Bella DeStefani. Arm is up. Here's the left-footed ball. Line drive toward the top of the arc. Newington there to meet it as the ball got over Cruz and didn't quite make it to Yancey. Schachner steps. DeStefani now keeps it in the offensive half. Goes far side. Looking for Eliana Sapala. Rolls over toward the end of the Eagles bench. So it'll be a Newington throw. 32-37 to go here in the second half of a 1-1 game. Both goals came in the first 2.5 minutes of action. It has been dead even since then, and we are still deadlocked at 1. Ball goes out in front of the Wethersfield bench. It'll go to Newington. Sun shines brightly on that east sideline. Coach Tony Leone for Wethersfield. Coach Adam Wilkinson for Newington, both imploring their troops. Ball goes over the side again. Newington will take the throw. Sapala steps, knocks it out, so Newington moves the chains again. Here's a throw in the offensive portion of the field. Gets all the way into the 18. DeStefani with a foot on it. Grace Grismilo is there for Wethersfield. Goes over the end line. Let's see where we're going to go with that. And the near side, we're going to go corner kick. So Wethersfield has to defend a set piece here as Newington just kept moving the ball up the side. Wethersfield would pop it out of bounds. Newington would take a throw 10, 15 yards up, and they moved down the field that way, and it leads to a corner kick from the northeast corner. Flag still whipping in the wind over there. We've got action, one player on the near post, one player on the far post. Here comes Gallinado toward the middle, headed by Daly. Nice job. Newington's got it. DeStefani sends it off the back of a Newington player. Burnell gets to it, sends it toward the center circle, but Newington heads it forward. DeStefani now. Back and forth we go. Yancey through the center circle. Yancey still going after it. Burnell has it. That's what gets off Yancey. She goes down. Newington plays it into their offensive half. Grace Grismilo with the header. Here's Hobbs just outside the center circle in the backfield for Wethersfield. Turns it, comes across the midline, lays one off for Yancey. She turns toward the middle, swing and a miss on that turn, though, unfortunately. And here is Newington coming out into the center circle. Ball goes into the offensive half, but Julia Daly's going to get to it for Wethersfield in front of the Newington bench. Chips it ahead into the offensive half, but over the side it's going to go. We'll take a second look at some of this action, Tom.
Yeah, let's take a look at that last corner kick from Newington. Ball served in pretty well. And Julia Daly, just as she does so often on the offensive corner kicks, she's able to get her head on that, and Wethersfield's able to escape some trouble.
And we'll give another update as there's a battle in front of the Wethersfield bench for the ball. Newington comes out, we get a whistle, and that's going to go Newington way. Free kick in the backfield for the Nor'easters. In Newington right now, 27 minutes left. Wethersfield still clinging to the 1-0 lead in the boys game. Again, if they win, that would get them in, would get a road game in the CCC tournament quarterfinals on Thursday.
If scores hold, 2 Wethersfield teams advance. If Newington scores here, if Newington scores in Newington, everything changes.
I like that summary. Everything changes.
It really does. And
So
look, there's a feeling right now in this game here, Wethersfield's comfortable. A tie moves them on. But, you know, the ball ends up in the back of the net. The entire feeling changes. Newington knows, okay, now we're the ones in the driver's seat.
DeStefani comes all the way across the field. She started on the far side. She's on the near side, across the midline. Sends it ahead, trying to find Schachner. Popped out of there by Newington. That was Nora Lewandowski, a junior on this team for the Nor'easters. DeStefani and Schachner almost collide. Ball gets away from both of them. Grace Grismilo with the header. Here's Shackner right along the midline, sends it ahead, and nobody home in the middle of the field for Wethersfield. Header by Daly, sends it across the midline where Cruz sends it forward, rolling in front of the Wethersfield bench. Good shield by Newington. That'll be a throw for Wethersfield, though. Here is Eliana Sapala to take it. Throws it past Coach Leone. Yancey pops it forward, headed by Newington. Still in the offensive half. That's going to go back to Newington, so they'll have a deep throw in their defensive half of the field. Wethersfield trying to keep the pressure on, see if they can move something toward the net here in this second half. 28-25 to go. Again, in the regular season, no extra time. So wherever this one ends in 28 plus minutes will be where it ends.
It looks like Bonfiglio is on that far sideline. She had some sort of tissue. Maybe she too could have had a bloody nose. Just saw her threw it in the trash can. Well, I think she's going to be ready to come back in when Coach Tony Leone's ready.
And who said Tom needs binoculars? Folks, he's got the eagle eye across the far
Well,
side.
you
keeping
don't
us
know
up
if what I'm saying is true.
Well, that's true. I've known that for a long time, that we don't know if any of what you say is true, but that is very true, Tom. Battle for the ball right at the midline on the far side. Sapala comes away with it, sends it in front of the Eagles bench, but cleared down the side. That's going to go all the way across the end line into the football practice field. So very kindly, they will roll the ball back to Giada Gianfrido.
Bonfiglio checking back in.
Kayla Bonfiglio coming back in, going to give Allie Shackner a break. You see Emma Cruz coming across to the near side as the Eagles shift their shape just a bit here, trying to find a formula that can get them back out to the lead that they enjoyed for probably not even 60 seconds of game time.
Yeah, I didn't even see the Newington goal live. I was still dealing with replays.
Newington, quick strike, even it up after Wethersfield had jumped out early. There's Gianfrido. Had a few minutes of rest as she got 10-2 after that collision in the first half. Sends one toward the Newington bench where the Nor'easters will meet it. Sapala with a nice step for Wethersfield. Ball gets past Yancey right at the midline. Good battle. Newington pops it forward. Offensive half now are the Nor'easters. My goodness, I keep wanting to put the TH in there. Yancey with a left-footed ball. High, looking for Burnell potentially up front. She gets to it. Good pressure by Newington. Burnell still chasing. Yancey's got it. Plays herself forward. Nice job to pull the ball back. Here's Emma Cruz now on the right side. Sends one that's going to go high and wide right, but nice opportunity.
Yeah, we've seen her score from distance there, so it's good to see her shooting. Yancey is just getting more and more confident with the ball. You know, early on in the season, she was probably a little bit afraid to make mistakes, but now that she's a freshman leading scorer for the team, you see her playing like a veteran.
Yancey, Addison Yancey, freshman, 7 goals on the season. She and Burnell up top have proven to be a solid combination for the Eagles during this stretch, this 10-game unbeaten streak coming into today. Ball moved forward. Bonet's got it for Newington.
Yeah, Wethersfield may not score a ton of goals, but they score the right number of goals that they need to.
Newington with something brewing here. Nice job by Daly on the header initially. Looks like she might have been shaken up just a tad. Sapala battled. The ball goes over the inline. So we'll have a corner kick coming for Newington here.
And with the last couple of corner kicks, we've seen Burnell come back into the box. Wethersfield knows they need to defend with everybody possible.
So ball is down, far corner.
So they got something brewing here.
They've got
Look at how they're lining up.
A lot of action loaded up on the right side. They break. Short ball comes in, top of the 18, back to the kicker. Nice job from Kayla Bonfiglio on the defensive effort for Wethersfield. And which way is that ball going to go? It's going to be Wethersfield ball, so well defended there on a bit of trickeration from Newington on the set piece.
No bloody nose can stop her.
Hobbs steps to it in the center circle. Nice job from Newington to get to it first. Here's to Stephanie chasing the ball down. Newington wins it. They play into the backfield. Yancey chases for Wethersfield. Newington now into the offensive half. Header by Daly. Gets it back over the midline for Wethersfield. Newington comes through with Alderucci. Now back we go. Offensive half for Newington. Ball gets over Sapala, so now Newington's got a chance going down that far side. Daly steps all the way over. Ball sent ahead to Stephanie there. Turns it, but Newington's got a shot on this now. That's going to go right at Gianfrido, and she does a nice job off the short hop to scoop it up. Giada Gianfrido, after taking a nice shot in a collision earlier, came out of the game, came back in. She started this second half and did a nice job on that one as that ball, as it rolled out, created an open shot opportunity right middle of the field. We'll take a second look here, maybe or maybe not. Okay.
Yeah, I rolled it while you were talking there.
Oh, all right.
You did a great job with it.
How about that? I talked right through the replay.
And that's one of the first touches that Gianfrido has had since she left the game. So any shot from the top of the box, good job really blocking it. She knew she had time to pounce on the replay. Well done from Gianfrido.
Pounce on the replay. I like
Pounce
it.
on the rebound.
I think I pounced on the replay there. I talked right through it. All right, we are still knotted at 1. Newington in white, Wethersfield in blue. Ball goes high into the sun-filled sky, and Newington heads it forward. Bonet's got a chance on the far side.
It looks like I talked over Claire O'Hay checking into the game for the first time today.
Wethersfield with number 25, Claire O'Hay, getting some time at the midfield position here. That's where we're going to stop clock at 22:44, it looks like, as we've got an injury on the Newington side. Not able to see who that is, but Coach Wilkinson right there. And boy, you hate to see any kind of injury like that. It looks to be a lot of pain. Both teams are going to huddle up. Newington on the right side of the field, Wethersfield on the left as Gianfrido comes into the Wethersfield huddle. DeStefani over getting some instruction from Coach Leone. Here comes Yancey now into the Wethersfield huddle. Didn't see what happened on that play. Got an injury, Newington player down as we stop clock. And it looks like that is number 12, Keegan Alderucci. She gets a nice hand. And similar to what you saw, Tom, on a couple of other things, looks like she might be holding something to her face, maybe another bloody nose situation potentially.
That would be our third of the game.
So we will get the substitution into the game for Newington as Alderucci is going to take a seat. Wilkinson and Leone, the coaches, meet at the midline. Clock is stopped.
Looks like Coach Wilkinson is saying one player went up for the head ball, the other one threw their head back, and he was reenacting it there on the sideline.
Thankfully not all the way through, so neither of the coaches comes out with any injuries on that. We'll hope that Alderucci is able to come back in quickly. She's obviously a key piece of this Newington team, has had an active day here on the pitch. Back to action we go as Eliana Sapala makes the throw for Wethersfield, and looks like it didn't even come in bounds, so Newington will line it up and take the throw, and not sure exactly where they were supposed to throw it from, but nice job to just get it in play. And here we go. Yancey with the ball back to Claire O'Hay. Goes into the backfield for Sapala. Pressured heavily there, and Newington trying to get to it, but there's Daly with a high ball. Gets over the head of Brunell up front. Newington with the header. Brunell's got it. Taps it over, trying to find Cruz. Nice step there from number 11 for Newington, who just came into the game. Down the right side comes Wethersfield, though. Bryn Wilkinson deflects off of 2 Newington defenders. That goes over the side, so Wethersfield will have a throw. We're under 22 to go, 21:54 here in the second half. Wethersfield and Newington knotted at 1 in a game that will determine if Wethersfield can hang on for the tie or come out with the win. This game will determine the CCC North Division title. Bouchard in net in the second half for Newington will take this kick. Did we have a handball call on that, Tom?
I don't think it was a handball. I think
push,
Wethersfield
right.
got a little bit too physical there.
Ball back in play. Emma Cruz steps to it for Wethersfield. O'Hay turns it back to Stephanie now with the ball. That goes over the sideline. Let's see if it got deflected, and it did not. So we will have a Newington throw. 21:14 to go. Cruz tried to scoop it up and take it for Wethersfield. Got a little bit of confusion here. A lot of players barking at the officials. The officials are going to come together. And you know what? Applause to the officials for this. If there is uncertainty, let's come together, get the call right. And let's see which way we're going to go. Looks like Newington will hang off for this throw. Good bit of officiating here. And the throw comes in into the offensive half for the Nor'easters. Grace Milo heads it. Good pressure from Bonet. Look at DeStefani battle being held by Bonet. Oh, there's a high kick from Burnell. You could see her almost react to that one as she didn't realize, I don't think, how close the Newington player was to her.
Almost got our 4th bloody nose of the game.
And she'll get just a little, I think, just talking to from the official, and the official not liking some of the objections coming from the stands potentially, so we settle back in here.
And he could see from Burnell's reaction that she did not mean to make a dangerous play.
We're at the midway point of the second half. 20 minutes of soccer to go. We are knotted at 1. Wethersfield and Newington varsity girls soccer. We'll do our best to get more updates from the boys game that is happening in Newington right now.
13 minutes left, 1-0 Wethersfield still.
How about that? We've got instant updates coming our way. We appreciate, as always, all of you who help us out with scores from out-of-town games when we are here at Catone. Final day of the 2024 regular season. If these results hold, both the Wethersfield boys and girls would play again Thursday in the quarterfinal action of the CCC Conference Tournament. Newington takes over the ball there. They send it down far side. Apollo defends for Wethersfield. Look at the sunshine over there on that far side of the field, down in front of the hedges. Good speed on the outside from Newington. Looks like that ball deflects off Sapala. Daly tries to get to it, but it goes over the end line, so it will be a corner kick for Newington. Looks like Bonet is going to line up to take this one. Senior Avery Bonet, all CCC performer last season. He's going to play this one in from the corner. Wind has subsided just a bit. Well, there it picks up again. The flag was still for just a second, and then all of a sudden picked up again. Bonet puts the ball down. A lot of action in front of the goal. Where will Newington go with this one? It's in toward the top of the 18. Ball rolls. It is poked out of there. Hits the football upright. So that's going to go, they're going to say corner, the other corner here. So we've moved from northeast to northwest corners, and Newington's going to be able to do it again. Wethersfield players objecting. We'll take a look here, Tom.
Yeah, another kind of dangerous service from the corner here. Ball bounced around a little bit. And I didn't see Wethersfield get a piece of that, but doesn't matter what I see. Newington's got the corner kick.
All right, so another set piece, another dangerous opportunity. Wethersfield marks the far post and the near post. Here comes the kick. It comes line drive all the way across. That got in front of the net, but luckily for Wethersfield, nobody able to turn it on the net for Newington. DeStefani with a header. Bonet now for Newington. Yancey battles. Cruz deflects it. Who did it go off of? It's going to go Wethersfield way. So Eagles escape 2 consecutive corner kicks.
And let's take a look at this one. Julia Daly comes flying through the air to clear that one out, winning that ball.
And if you heard Tom McCarter chuckling here in the box, bellowing from across the field, we could hear Coach Leone in a moment of silence here in the stadium say, "Stop kicking the ball off of each other." Seems like pretty good instruction if you're playing soccer trying to come out with a win in a 1-1 game. Emma Cruz trying to battle for that one. It goes over the sidelines. We hit the 17-minute mark. We are still knotted at 1, but Wethersfield escaped danger just a couple of minutes ago. 2 consecutive corner kicks for Newington, but they come up empty. That ball is off the foot of DeStefani, and that is another deflection. We're stopping clock again, 16:46, and we'll see, like, we stop, but player seems fine, so play continues. Good job by the official to at least check to see if that warranted trainer coming on the field, but it does not. Ball's played down the far side for Newington. It's going to get all the way across the inline, so it should be a goal kick for Wethersfield. We've got 2 soccer balls lined up behind the goal, so Gina Frito will grab one of the alternate balls, play it in. 16:20 on the clock, second half, 1-1 game. Wethersfield about to take a goal kick. Not much in the way of offensive chances for the Eagles here in this second half after they jumped out early, got the first goal of the game just about 90 seconds in, but not really much moving toward the net. since then for Wethersfield.
And that's with a new keeper in for the second half, too. You know, like we talked about when Gugliotti came in. New keeper, test her as early as you can, as often as you can.
And we talked about, we've mentioned a couple of times, the 10-game unbeaten streak that Wethersfield is on right now entering this game. During those 10 games, Eagles have given up 3 goals. So today was only the 4th in now an 11-game stretch for Wethersfield that they have given up. So kudos to Newington for finding the back of the net against what's been a stingy Wethersfield defense in this second half of the season.
Wethersfield substitution, Claire O'Hay comes out and St. Andrew checks back in.
Senior Catherine St. Andrew, as Brunel gets the ball at the midline, goes to DeStefani. Through the center circle she goes. Nice play from behind by Newington.
Oh,
look at
recovery.
DeStefani get to it, pop it ahead, but not able to connect with either Brunel or Malarkey, who's up front now. Brunel, Malarkey, Cruz across the front. DeStefani looks to be more in an attacking position in the midfield. Sapala has moved up, at least for this play. Nice play off the header by DeStefani. Cruz turns one toward the goal. That's going to be scooped up by Bouchard. Not a ton on that one, but turned it toward the goal. Shot on goal, saved by Bouchard. Sapala battles in the middle of the field. Here's Cruz again, near side. She's going to deflect the ball forward, and let's see which way that goes. Can't really tell. Looks like it'll be a Newington throw here. He kept that signal very close to his side. I could not tell for sure which way he was going, but Newington will take the throw. 14-19 on the clock. Second half, 1-1 game. Intense one. Bryn Wilkinson battles for Wethersfield. Bernay comes away with the ball for Newington, but there's Sapala to send it forward for the Eagles. Here is DeStefani now at the midline. Over to Cruz. Left foots it, but deflects off the Newington player. Here's Avery Bonet again for Newington. Deflected by Grace Grismilo. Ball rolling. Still in the offensive half for Newington. Nor'easters trying to keep possession in front of their bench. It's going to get away, though, and rolls past the water fountain in toward the shrubs. St. Andrew will chase it down. It'll be a throw for Wethersfield.
As we approach the final 10 minutes, expect to see Newington knowing that they need a goal to advance. Maybe bring a defender up from the back, take more risks, make a strategic substitution. They know that they've got to score a goal in these final 13 and a half minutes, or else they likely, I don't think we know all of their scenarios, but they likely would miss CCCs.
Ball comes in. Brunel in front of the Wethersfield bench. Moves forward. Malarkey's going to get to it on the far side. Out of bounds it goes. It'll be a throw for Wethersfield, so the Eagles in the offensive portion of the field trying to find something moving toward the goal. Malarkey throws it in. DeStefani inside the 18. Defended nicely, cleared out of there by Newington. Can Sapala get to it? She will. She's defended well because she could have taken a shot from there had she been open. We've seen her do that before. Had one of the best goals of the season. But here comes Newington now across the midline. Attack brewing for the Nor'easters. Ball played down the far side. Can't St. Andrew get there for Wethersfield? Or will it get to the end line first and it's out of bounds? It'll be a goal kick for Wethersfield, as Newington had an attack forming, but ball got away from the Nor'easters. As we go into the 12:30 mark, still tied 1-1. We've talked a lot about the CCC North standings, the conference tournament. Both these teams also with sights on loftier goals heading into the state tournament. We've got a lot of action here, and there's going to be a free kick coming for Newington. Whistle blows. We're going to get a card here. Who's that going to go? And Emma Cruz is going to get booked here at the 11:58 mark. Emma Cruz gets the booking on the collision. So we've stopped clock at 11:56. Cruz will have to go off. We'll see who Wethersfield sends in to replace her. Looks like that'll get Yancey back into the game. So Wethersfield will shift some things around, as Yancey no doubt will want to go into the attacking portion of the field. Folks, quick update from the boys game in Newington. That's tied 1-1 now with 5:13 to go. Free kick for Newington here, cleared by DeStefani. Newington still with a chance in the offensive portion of the field, though. Good job from Daly to step to it for Wethersfield. Daly left foots it toward the center circle, gets over the head of Brunel. She's going to chase it down, but Newington pops it ahead into their offensive half. Bryn Wilkinson now. High ball headed ahead by Kayla Monfiglio. She's been shaken up in and out of the game, but she's back, ready to play this final 11 and a half to decide this one. 1-1 game here, varsity girls. 1-1 game in Newington with the varsity boys. Wethersfield, Newington, all knotted up wherever you are watching today. DeStefani tries to keep the ball in the offensive half for Wethersfield. Newington comes out, and look at Bonfiglio with the ball. Plays it ahead. She goes down. A lot of contact, no whistle. Here comes Bonet through the center circle now for Newington. Lays it off. And Julia Daly with a nice step. Down she goes. Clears the ball. Goes over the side. Another nice play from head coach Adam Wilkinson as he shows off the dribbling skills over there. Throw in coming for Newington. Defended by St. Andrew. Speed down the side, and it gets to Gianfrido. And boy, Newington had an attack going down the right side on the foot of number 14, but just at the last minute, maybe a little unstable on the footing, not able to get everything on that as she tried to cross it toward the goal.
Yeah, she crossed it just as it was about to go out of bounds, and she went down hard. She's slow to get up, but she's walking back to the play right now.
But she was able to create separation from St. Andrew on that far side. Could have been dangerous for Wethersfield. Eagles escape. Still tied 1-1 as it is now in the boys' game in Newington. Newington plays back to Bouchard in net. Gets past to Stephanie. Nor'easters near the midline. Bonfiglio had it for a moment. Newington now still with it in the backfield. Pressure from DeStefani. She goes down. A lot of contact. No whistle there. Ball on the near side. Newington playing out of the back. High ball toward the midline. Sapala got to it for Wethersfield. Here comes Gallinado for Newington. She's got their goal on the afternoon. Sapala steps to it, but Newington to it first. Here come the Nor'easters down the middle of the field. Sapala pressures for Wethersfield. Ball popped in toward the 18. Gianfrido's going to get it off the hop. Look at Grace Grismilo with the play to shield and keep Gallinado from being able to get ahead on that ball. Gianfrido with the punt. Bonfiglio, DeStefani, Yancey. Newington takes it away. Yancey with a poke, though. Gets it over to Bryn Wilkinson. Wethersfield in the backfield trying to play out. Through the center circle. Gets over to Stephanie. Newington's going to step to it. Into their offensive half. Sapala playing in the middle of the field. Sends it back. Daly's going to give chase. Nobody there right in the vicinity for Newington. A little pressure comes. Ball goes far side. St. Andrew unable to keep it in bounds. Let's see who's going to get that ball.
And Wethersfield with some of the recent substitutions. Shackner's back in. Burnell has gone to the bench. But you see Sapala, instead of that left outside back where St. Andrew is now, she's playing where DeStefani was. And DeStefani has slid all the way up into probably the most offensive position that we've seen her in that attacking midfield. And you see how aggressive she is. You know that she wants to put one in the back of the net here.
Throw comes in. St. Andrew does a nice job stepping in front, but it's going to be a throw for Newington in front of the hedges on the far side. Deep in the attacking portion of the field are the Nor'easters. Headed out of there by Daly off the throw. Back to Newington it goes, though. Yancey heads it right near the top of the 18. Top of the arc now. Ball bounces. Daly tries to get to it. Newington's going to settle. Ball rolling away from their goal. They play it back again. Near side. Look at the play from Malarkey to put some pressure on. That should win a throw for Wethersfield. Caitlin Malarkey, one of the senior captains. Nice hustle. Wins possession for the Eagles. Let's see what they can do with it. Bryn Wilkinson off the head of Yancey. Nice touch. Malarkey tries to split two defenders. Yancey now with the ball. Poked out by Newington. It'll be a throw for Wethersfield. 7:42 to go. Wethersfield trying to mount an offensive attack. Ball rolling toward the end line. Who got it last? And it looks like it'll go off Wethersfield, so it'll be a goal kick for Newington here. 1-1 game. 7:28 to go, second half. Good crowd here at Catone for an afternoon game. They've had a good one to watch. All the scoring came in the first 2.5 minutes of the first half, but plenty of good soccer since then. Grace Grismilo for Wethersfield going to settle in the backfield now. And pressured by Gallinado. It'll be a throw for Wethersfield, but Eagles maybe got lucky on that one as Gallinado came in and pressured and sent the ball over the sideline. We're under 7 minutes to go. Bryn Wilkinson, daughter of Newington coach Adam Wilkinson. Addison Yancey, left-footed ball for Wethersfield, sends it into the offensive half. Shackner's there with the header. Can DeStefani get to it? Newington's there first. Bonfiglio to Yancey. Off her foot, it rolls toward the near sideline. Newington steps to it, and that's going to be a throw for Wethersfield as Yancey's pressure forced Newington to play it over the side. Wilkinson takes the throw, goes over the head of Yancey, looking for Malarkey. The ball's inside the 18 on the right side. Newington defenders all over this one. They play it out of there toward the middle of the field. Good header from DeStefani. Shackner running toward the goal. The ball was bouncing around. Official says no contact. Play on. Bonfiglio left foots it toward the goal. Malarkey was there, and they're going to say that one was off Malarkey and over the inline as the ball went wide left. So it will be a goal kick as we hit the 6-minute mark. 5:57 to go now. Second half, 1-1. Goal kick here for Newington as Wethersfield's turned away. Let's take a second look.
Yeah, a little scramble there in front of the net. Bonfiglio gets her chest on it, brings it down, plays it into the box, and Malarkey gets her left foot on it, and it just goes wide of the net.
Back to live action. Ball comes in. Bonfiglio plays herself, coming down that far sideline. Cuts it in toward the middle. Nice move from Kayla Bonfiglio. Gets it ahead to DeStefani. She makes a turn, sends it over to Shackner. That's going to draw a whistle. And we have what appears to be a final in Newington after Wethersfield had gone on top, led 1-0 at halftime. Newington completes the comeback. 2-1 victory for the Nor'easters in Newington in that boys game. From what we are told, Newington scored the game winner with 0.5 seconds on the clock. So big time disappointment for the Wethersfield boys today. They do not get their 10th win of the season. That, we believe, will keep them out of the CCC tournament. So they're going to have a long time to think about that one as they get ready for the CIAC Class L tournament. Wethersfield came into the day on the boys' side, the number 9 seed in Class L, but that's going to slip a bit. Here in this one, we've got 4:32 to go. And that's going to be a corner kick for Wethersfield. Varsity girls action. Here's Julia Daly coming up to get into the mix on this corner. Shackner looks like she will take it. Far side. 4:20 to go. Tie game, 1-1. Rivalry game. A win or a tie for Wethersfield, and they are the CCC North champions for the 4th consecutive year. Here is Shackner with the ball, played in toward the 18. Headed by DeStefani toward the goal. Can Daly get to it? It bounces, cleared by Newington, and out of there it comes. Newington did a nice job defending, but DeStefani has it in the offensive half. Hits it off of Daly. Players are down all over the place. And Newington is going to come out of there with the ball, but there's Wilkinson to pop it ahead. Newington takes control. Oh, and look at Daly. She ended up in like a hurdler stretch on the field. Then a Newington player went down as well. She's holding the foot. Lot of action there in that sequence. And Newington's players appear to be up and okay. So it'll be a free kick in the backfield for Newington. We're still tied at 1 as Wethersfield was turned away on the corner kick. Dos Santos takes it for Newington. It's headed by Bonfiglio, but still in the offensive half where it's headed by Newington. Sapala steps to it. Sapala playing in the middle of the field. St. Andrew still on the outside, playing that defensive back position. Throw for Newington. They take it quickly as we approach the 3-minute mark. Ball goes into the shrubs. There'll be another throw for Newington there. 3 minutes exactly to go in this one. 1-1 game. Can the Newington girls replicate what their boys team was able to do in Newington today, completing the comeback? Newington wins the boys game 2-1. We're knotted at 1 here. Ball rolls outside the 18. Bonfiglio with nice pressure for Wethersfield. That's going to win a throw for the Eagles. Nicely done from Kayla Bonfiglio. It is a deep, deep throw, though. Wethersfield's got to move pretty much the length of the field. Ball comes in, gets away from Shackner, poked over the side by Newington. Another throw for Wethersfield. Right to Newington it goes. Down goes another player. And that's going to draw a whistle. It looks like Dos Santos went down. They let it go as Newington potentially had advantage, but now it'll be a free kick for Newington. Just about 5 yards into their offensive half on the right side. Under 2 minutes to go now. 1:56 to go. Who is going to step up and be the hero in this rivalry series? Ball played ahead, off of Grace Grismilo. May have taken the wind out of her as she doubles over. Continue on we do as DeStefani sends it ahead. Malarkey's up in front of the pack. Is she onside? No arm is up, so we play on. Ball cleared by Newington into the beautiful orange and red foliage on that far side of the field. 1:27 to go before this one is over.
We got the JV teams have come over in that corner. They're watching the end of the game.
This is set up for one of the most dramatic finishes you will see. 1:11 on the clock. Wethersfield trying to claim the outright victory. Schachter plows through, and that draws a whistle. And we are hitting the 1 minute mark. Schachter gets whistled. It'll be a free kick deep in the backfield for Newington. Can Wethersfield hold on now? 52 to go. Ball goes toward the midline. Bonfiglio sends it forward. Malarkey's got it for Wethersfield. Tries to split two defenders. Tapped back by Schachter, but Newington clears. Step from St. Andrew. Sapala steps to it. Moving forward are the Eagles. Bonfiglio has a player to beat, pulls it back. Now has two players to beat, chips it ahead. Newington with a settle there. They play it forward. Good step by St. Andrew. Bonfiglio sends it toward the goal. It's going to bounce once and should be in the arms of Bouchard. It is as we hit 20 seconds now. Newington will have potentially the last shot opportunity, but no, Bonfiglio steps to it for Wethersfield. Can Malarkey get to it? Not quite, but here's Yancey now. Yancey now with 10 seconds. Wethersfield, she has three players around her. Newington plays it forward as we hit 5 seconds. Newington's going to try to send one toward the goal. Wilkinson has the ball on her foot, and that is it, folks. An action-packed day. We had 2 goals scored in the matter of about 2.5 minutes to start it off, and from there, dead even soccer. And with the draw, Wethersfield claims their 4th consecutive CCC North Division title. They will play again just 48 hours from now. Thursday night, they will host a quarterfinal game in the conference tournament. Tom McCarter, reactions to this one?
Yeah, you don't see Wethersfield celebrating. You know, a tie is a tie. They probably aren't sure, 100% sure that they've made it. We think they have. I'm sure Coach Leone's going to let them know. And Newington, we know they play a game tomorrow, so they're probably not out of it. But great result from the Eagles. We love to see them play Thursday night here at home, and hope they can make a nice long run in the CCCs.
That's what we're going to hope. I hope that CCC tournament ends up being a great tune-up. So Wethersfield does not get the 10th win of the season, but they do keep the unbeaten streak alive. That is 11 consecutive games without a loss after starting the season, 2-3. And we've got a minute. If you don't mind sticking with us, folks, we can take you through some of the highlights from this one. We'll start with the first 90.
One draw.
So we saw quite a bit of back and forth action. We saw several players have to leave the game for what appeared to be bloody noses. That was the order of the day. Thankfully, with the exception, we believe, of Gwyneth Grismilo, everybody who left the game was able to re-enter. So we'll keep an eye on that situation for Wethersfield. Hope that Gwyneth Grismilo is okay for the remainder of the season, the conference and state tournaments. We want to thank again our camera operator Lena Rodriguez, and Allison Montez, who are helping today on videography. Antonio Contreras helping on the clock today. And we want to thank the WHS dance team for a fantastic halftime performance this afternoon. A good one here, folks. It was everything we thought it would be. 2 teams battling it out in an intense rivalry game. 1-1 is the score. Again, to update you on the boys' game, Newington completes the comeback with 0.5 seconds to go, scoring the go-ahead goal for a 2-1 Newington win in the boys' game. 1-1 here. We'll see you again Thursday night for girls CCC tournament action.